Hey guys, this is some footage of my matches from a tournament I did down in New York City in May. Finally got the video clips together and figured I'd do a commentary breakdown of them. These are my matches in no particular order from both the heavyweight and the open weight category. So yeah, let's get into it. This first match was actually from the open weight category, and it was actually arguably one of the best matches I had. So we both set up here, and bam, right into it with the Nodowa. We're going back and forth, really just going at each other here. I just came in hard. I just wanted to come in hard. I was on a losing streak. I don't know. I was just kind of done. And yeah, we're going back and forth pretty hard there. But if we roll back here. Also, side note, my opponent here is actually from the Toronto Sumo Club, Colton. He's pretty good. He did really good at Worlds, too. I've competed with him a couple of times. He's really good. He's really good at working on the back foot and catching you on the edge. You gotta be really careful with him. He's a good guy to work with. But yeah, so coming strong here. Just straight to the throat. I wanted to catch him there. And then I just try to keep that pressure on. He's giving me some good shots back. I got some good smashes to the face. We're going back and forth there. I start pushing there more, trying to catch him. Trying to catch in under the armpits there. As you can see, to try to get a position to try to thrust. Go for some oshidashi there. But he's slippery. It's hard to really keep a good grasp on him once he gets moving. And then we're going there again. Got him to the edge there. He's able to slip away. And then I try for a bit of a pull down, but I don't catch him there. That really gives him the opportunity to slip in there. And then we're on the edge here. And we both go down. And I hit first before he goes out. So while I would have preferred a win, I can't say I didn't enjoy this match. It was a good back and forth. Some good hits were exchanged, and we both kept each other on their toes. I know the crowd really loved this match. This is definitely some fun sumo. So I can't be too mad with how it all turned out. So we'll go on to the next match here. Coming hard. My opponent stayed low here. And then I got grip. They changed the camera angle just right as I threw there. So, but my opponent stayed low. If you look here, I came in a bit high. He came in low. He was definitely wanting to fish for that leg. And I could feel that. Luckily, I was able to get a good grip. Had some good control. Felt solid. And it was around this moment here we kind of locked up. But I felt him push, and you can kind of see him move there. And I believe what happened was I took my right hand, because I had my right hand, we back up here, in this underhook here. I pulled my right hand out and kind of put it onto the back of his head. And then rotated him through in for a throw as he tried to push through, because you can see it here. He's reaching for the leg there, and then I just step just as he comes through here. And then I'm able to kind of catch him with that rotation and that throw. You can kind of see it there just as it transitions, where my right hand came onto his back of his head, kind of onto his back there. And then kind of pushed him as my left hand rotated with his belt there. So that was all. That throw was pure timing and catching my opponent just at that perfect moment of when he put on the pressure. Honestly, I don't even really remember how I hit the throw. I just hit it. It was pure instinct in that moment. I just felt the pressure moved and then I hit it. Truthfully, I couldn't even like really properly put into words like how I did it. It just feels like, I don't know, my body just knew what to do and it did it. So next match here. Came in hard here. And as you see, came in hard here. You see, I came in shoulder as normal. That's sort of coming in that shoulder. And I lifted up. I was able to push him up. I got him up at nice and high here. He was definitely coming in for that nodowa, but I was able to power through it. So I smashed through, push him up. There's that little bit of space, and that's when I come in for my own nodowa too as well, and really kind of grasp him. And it was my left hand, I caught him really good. You can kind of see it there. But it was my left hand that definitely caught him and got him pushing back. And then I just drove and followed through with it there. But yeah, this is something I've talked about before in videos too, of that you make that space and then you immediately want to fill to keep that pressure on your opponent so that they don't have time to react. And to start mounting their own attack, you keep the pressure on them. But that was another good one. This was an unfortunate loss for me. I just got caught in a bad position. Not much you can really do about that. That happens. Looking back on it here, I came in a bit high, and I just wasn't able to get my grip in there. I got my right hand kind of stuck up, and I went for onto the back of the head. Just didn't have the position or the grip. I should have tried to go down onto the belt first with my left hand before shifting up onto the head there. But I just wasn't able to get into a position I wanted. He just had a much better position, was able to get me up and off, and was able to drive through. Yeah. Unfortunately, that just happens sometimes. You see it all the way up to the pros. Sometimes the other guy just gets the better position, and not much you can do about it. This match was a little funny, I will admit. My opponent was pretty new to sumo. I talked to him after the match, and he said that he was new to sumo and didn't have a lot of experience. So I kind of just like came into him pretty good here and just blew through him. I definitely wish I could do that to all my opponents that easily. But as we see here, I come in with that right arm tight, come in, kind of like lift him up, and just kind of drive through and push through and just send him back, send him rolling. Yeah, it's definitely a way I wish I could end all my matches just like that, just that easily. Oh, and so something of note was for the open weight, it was actually co-ed, so we actually had some of the women in there too as well. So this was another one of the matches from the co-ed, not the co-ed, the open weight division. So yeah, that's why I'm going against a woman for this match. And just straight double, like just nodowa, just straight in there. I will admit, like, after the heavyweight, I wasn't feeling super hot. I was kind of like a little frustrated, not quite happy with my performance. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to do double nodowa. I'm just going to come in hard and just like smash people right in the throat. And yeah, you can see what happened. I almost felt a little bad. But then again, she was a good sport about it. And yeah, if you're going to sign up for the open weight co-ed, so I think she knew what she was getting into. But again, wish all my matches could be that easy. Now, this match was an interesting one, because I came up against an opponent who not necessarily beat me in strength. He was just slightly more technical than what I was. So we see here, we come in. I hate when they do these camera changes here, just as I'm trying to show stuff. I come in really solid. I feel good. I get the grips I wanted, and I feel like I'm in a nice, good, solid position here. We lock up, and I talked to him later in the day after the match, and he said he just felt me just move ever so slightly, be my left leg, put that kind of pressure on it, and then that's when he moved and caught me. So it wasn't necessarily that I felt like I had been beaten by somebody who was physically stronger. It was somebody who caught me up more on a technical level, which, happens, and it just goes to show you just how little pressure you need in order to exploit somebody, in order to throw them off and take them down. Overall, though, I think overall, what was my score? It was 4 wins to 3 losses, I do believe, and that was across both, again, the heavyweight and the openweight category. I had some good matches, and overall, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed in my performance. I definitely hoped to have done better, but I still had a good experience. I still had a fun time. I learned and gained some experience, so I feel good coming out of it, and I feel like I do want to come back there next year, and I hope I can do a lot better next year. Come back with some more experience, hopefully bulked up a bit further, gain a little bit more strength, and just kind of, again, have just a little bit more of a solidified game plan. But overall, I'm feeling every tournament I'm in, I'm feeling I'm getting better. I definitely have been seeing a lot of improvements from when I first started, so progress is being made. It's just slow, but progress is still progress, and at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. But yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.